What's going on, traders? Hope everybody had a great Tuesday, albeit a slow one in the markets. It is April 18th, and we're looking at the S&P 500 daily chart. But before we get into it, of course, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. And if you're enjoying the content that I am providing with the daily market updates, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you are alerted every time we post a new video. And if you'd be so kind, give that like button a nice tap on the shoulder. Thumbs up really helps out the channel to grow. All right, well, with that being said, not too much in the markets today. We closed, final print was 414.21, and markets were green by 0.07%. Nice short opportunity in the morning, and there was a long opportunity as well. However, didn't have too much follow through on the long side. We had Netflix earnings as well. After hours, I was wondering if the markets were a little hesitant because of that. It's not Apple or anything, but either way, that was pretty interesting to watch. Sold off, went down nearly 7.5% or so, and then bought back up just to close barely green. So that was pretty funny. Either way, it shouldn't be too surprising that we are still seeing these low volatility days for a few reasons. One, that we've been looking at the range that we've been trading in. Just back and forth here right now, and price is doing some discovery. We're going to see if it is accepted up here. Now we are watching this rising wedge starting to take place, and also the volume is interesting as well. I think we went over this in the last video, but the divergence here is still present, of course, in the markets, with the Momo starting to show again still that overbought reading here on the daily. So either one or two things are going to happen. We've also been talking about this gap here, potentially being filled. Okay, so that's one scenario. And we still have, a little bit more upside to go before we get to that gap. So bulls definitely have a little bit of work to do to get up there. Or we're going to start to see somewhat of a retracement. We've looked at the fib chart, which we'll pull up here now, and we're still in this channel, of course. So once they start breaking the channel, that's going to be even more of a confirmation. If we start to retrace, there's a difference between like a shift in the structure of the market versus a retracement. So, I think that's worth noting. And we're starting, we did kind of make a new swing high here. So I am going to extend this just a little bit to keep up. But still, it is like, it's price is kind of just trudging uphill. And besides, oh, my cursor here, hold on. Okay. Besides, the broader consolidation, which I was, we were looking at earlier, you can even say, we've got another consolidation range going on, right here as well. Good old Satan's chop box. So, we've got the broader one from pretty much the monthly consolidation, more or less, that we've been in. But now we've got this end of the month consolidation as well. Still making these lower highs, again, like we were talking about. But, this angle of attack is definitely a bit concerning. Very, very steep. So, we'll have to see what happens. The other thing that I wanted to mention as far as the markets being slow is VIX. Volatility index, it's pretty much the lowest point that it's seen in a long time. Here you can see the lows from back. I don't even know how long ago this was. What, 3 years, 4 years ago? And this is also leading into the fact that we're so slow. Volatility is coming down drastically in the markets. And we've broken this trend line zone that we've been watching for a bit as well. So, that is interesting. Now, we are pretty overbought here on the daily. And I wouldn't surprise me if we came back up, had a day where we came and retested up in the 17s, or maybe even we make a run to 18 and maybe 19. That'll be good for the bears, but also good for everybody, just in the sense that we'll have a bit wider range to trade. And of course, as day traders, we thrive on volatility, and that just gives us more opportunities to make money. Today I think we saw, what was the actual range today? We'll look at it in a second. Let's go back to SPY. $3 more or less. So yeah, I mean, of course there was some nice opportunity right in the morning, probably the best play of the day, and then we got a little bit of a reversal. But we'll get into that in a second. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to point out, we are still this is where that distribution in February took place. All right, and we are back in this zone. So we're gonna really have to see if the buyers are starting to lose their power here and get a little bit frothy. We are now officially above value on the daily, so that is also another sign that a retracement, a deeper retracement, can be still in order. I know I've been talking about possibly swinging some May puts. I have not entered that yet, but I'll be thinking about it tomorrow, certainly, with this development. Price is going to want to be within value. It's homeostasis. So it's starting to get a little interesting up here. We still, for the bullish case though, we still have that gap above, and we still have this inverted head and shoulders. Of course, not really valid until we start to break over this neckline. If we do in fact break over this neckline, then look for that move, that push higher, and maybe we come up to fill that gap that we were watching. All right, so what are we thinking about tomorrow? Well, we do have Tesla after hours, and that will be interesting. I don't believe, I'd have to double check on the weights in the market, but I don't think it's as heavy in the markets as Netflix is. So we don't know how much that really is going to affect the market, but it'll be fun to watch either way. And okay, so what I was looking for. Now, another thing we were talking about yesterday, and we didn't quite get all the way down there. Let me go to the other one. I thought maybe that we would come down a little bit further, but in the morning we came right back up into this area. We filled this breakdown candle, yesterday, and when we were up here by this 416, really I was looking at the futures at this point and seeing that we were coming up into that 4120, and when I saw that, I knew it was a big level. So in the mornings in chat I was talking about that potential short side play into the open. Unfortunately, I was taking care of some personal business, so I wasn't able to participate. But like I said, probably the best move of the day. Nice sharp sell down, and yeah. So one thing we were talking about was the subsequential lower highs. Higher lows. Damn, my cursor. Being created. So we had here, here, here. And today, or in the last video, I was thinking that we might come down more towards the end of the day. We had the same setup. It was interesting. We had the same setup that I was long yesterday, um, as today in Globex. And this one did rally up and push up higher, and then came back down. This one did the opposite. So it's actually pretty interesting here, this symmetry in the market. Roll down, up, up, down, and then back up. So very interesting there. And we came in, made that lower high, and just came right back into this area. I talked about this setup yesterday. If we came in to retest the highs here, I was looking for longs, and that is exactly what I did. I missed that short like I was mentioning, but I got longs down here and played some call options and got it to futures for, I think it was 10 points and 33% or something like that. Either way, that's how I did my day. But this short definitely was the best trade of the day, in my opinion. So what are we looking for tomorrow? We could, I don't think there's really any economic events that we have to pay attention to. Nothing that really stuck out to me when I was looking. But hourly here, again, the bears are going to need to take out, these lower highs for a real shift in the structure of the market. Now, that being said, if we start to take out, today, Tuesday's lows tomorrow, or take out this, we will start to see some more selling and come into the markets. So I'm, again, looking at the same type of pattern. Again, maybe come up into maybe the 415 area and then come back down, or they'll do a repeat here and sell down, maybe right into point of control here around 413, maybe making a type of a double bottom and then coming back up. But we are slightly, well, we're in value right now here on the 5-day hourly. Let's just take a quick look. Okay, still outside of value on the 10-day. 30-minute is within. And so, yeah. We could try to pull back, a bit in on this 10-day here, and try to get back in. Value area high is, where is this? Where the heck is it? Value area high, 412.25. So we'll have to see, but that would be interesting if they are able to bring it down that low. That would be almost, breaking this trend, so that would be definitely an interesting development. Either way, let's have a plan for both sides, so we are prepared and we're able to react accordingly. So we'll have to see if we put in, if we come up, I think we're really going to probably have to really confirm and take out this 414.77 to see any more upside, but tight range here, so expect maybe one final more day of trading in this range specifically, just from these lows to these highs. Kind of likely scenario to me. And just be careful. Not a day to be putting on huge size, more scalp, more mindset oriented, because we can see these reversals a lot. So I wonder if here, how we came up, down, up, down, up. I wonder if we start to repeat one of these patterns again, but probably not in the same way. We'll have to see. I prefer the sell and then the reverse. Again, kind of a similar situation here. We had two repeaters here, so maybe we get the same. Come up, sell down, double bottom, and then back up. But either way, the zones have stayed the same, so I haven't really updated anything as far as that is concerned. And let's see, if bears certainly start to take out POC and these lows, that's when we'll look for that more aggressive selling to potentially come in. But where VIX is and where the market is, it's definitely getting Very interesting to me. The long side risk to reward is kind of fading, and in my opinion, some type of deeper retracement is probably necessary for the markets to then make a final push up higher. How far that's going to be, we don't know. We could break this uptrend and then just come down into the 411 area, 410 even possible as well. But overall, even if we start to pull down, I'm sure you'll see bears celebrating in the streets and all that, and I might be one of them if I start to swing puts. But it doesn't mean that this broader uptrend or broader bull market cycle that we're kind of getting back into is over. I mean, if we look here still on the weekly, we're overall the key moving averages. The monthly is even starting to really shape up overall. Oh, this is the weekly, excuse me. I know, I thought it looked a little weird. Let me see. Don't mind these lines, but you can also see really and I was going to go over this in the next month, but you can see also too the broader, the wider consolidation from an even bigger picture standard is concerned. This is what we've been trading in overall. Of course, that's very tradable, but this is the broader consolidation that we've been dealing with. And only once we see that big move, if we start to really break out of this consolidation, probably over 420, might need a little bit more over 430, but then we can potentially make that run. Now this is big picture stuff, but to around 453 area. But we'll see what they do. We have been looking at this setup as well on the daily chart. You can see what happens every time we get this angle of attack, and we might get a repeater of that. Maybe we come down, back test 400, maybe we come into the 20 at 404. That's definitely possible. And then maybe to POC, but we'll have to see. But this is definitely something I am watching. Is going 1, 2, 3. We saw what happened every time, but the one thing, and I went over this in another video, each time it's pulled back has been shallower. So, all right, guys. Well, safe trading tomorrow. Like I said, it's kind of it's a less is more type of environment for me, and I'm kind of doing more observing, not much volatility. So, I'm only taking planned setups and just sitting back and trying to make a few dollars and survive. So that's all you can do when we're playing in these tight ranges. Okay, have a great rest of your evening and take care.